How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. We do these jokes 5 days out the week just in case you had a long and stressful day and you want to come check out the video and hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. What do you call two birds stuck together? Velcros. Come on. But anyways, we're going to be talking about SOS that had a strong day in a bloody market today. This is the Bitcoin play we've been talking about for quite some time. So if you've been following along and you've been paying attention, you would have definitely been making some money right now, even yesterday. So I'm just letting you know, I'm showing you guys in the technical analysis portions of the videos, so I'm hoping that you get value from that. But anyways, we're going to be talking about and doing an update today, so let's get into it. All right, so we're going to be doing the technical analysis on SOS. After hours yesterday, you could see we're over here around $7.04. And then today, this morning, right at market open at 4 o'clock, we ended up getting to $8.40. As many of you know, we had a very, very rough day. It was a big time red day in the market. So that's something that we need to take into consideration as we continue. So as you can see, there's definitely a downward trend going. We literally followed this downward trend all the way into the open. And this was to be expected because just because Bitcoin did a great job recovering itself, yes, we made some gains, it looked good and so forth, but we also got to take into consideration this is a stock at the end of the day. So we got to say, hey, if the market is not doing that great, we got to be aware and know that, you know what, the stock is going to be affected by that. It just doesn't heavily rely only solely on Bitcoin. So as you can see here, we open up and we actually end up being right near where we left off at in after hours. Take a look at this right here. So this $7 range, as you can see, like look at this. So going into the market open around 719, we have a pop up to the top, right, around 743. And then we end up having a strong sell-off. We end up hitting a low here at 668. And then for that morning dip, which again, I know many of you added, I know a lot of you send me messages and so forth, where we got down here to $6.54. This right here was a steal at this price. Because even if we take a look right down, right below at the RSI, it is below 30. So it was a strong sell-off. So congrats to anyone who was able to pick up some shares, because then you would have been able to experience the big time run-up. So right here, as you can see, from 10:20 a.m., we have a big run all the way to $9.25 being the high of the day, and this was at 1:25 p.m. And also to kind of show you, if you were there for quite some time and you would have seen this for at least about 5 to 10 minutes, we were at around $9.16, 17 cents, and so forth. So what I want to kind of explain is what was happening. So when we got down to 654, we could see the increase in regards to buying pressure. Look at the volume alone. Like this is crazy. Like on the day, we ended up having about 321.76 million in volume. And considering how it was today, that's actually pretty good. And it's something that, you know what, I was expecting it. So many of you who were nervous, or you know what, you were experiencing a lot of volatility, you're saying, hey, man, I got in at this price, or you may have sold early and stuff like that. This is part of the reasons why you got to follow the strategy. You got to follow the plan. But anyways, so when we see this strong move here, first let's talk about here what happened. We got to $8.22. So when we got to the $8.22, of course, we're having a sell-off because that's a strong move from $6.54, as you can see, right? Then we end up having it, and then all of a sudden, you can see right in this particular area, it looks like there's some support, right? Around $7.87. You could also see right over here, around 12:35 p.m., we ended up testing that area. And what happened? We pushed up from it, And boom, that's when we made that strong move to $9.25. To be expected, it was no shocker at all. We were going to have a big time sell-off. And then additionally, Bitcoin, again, the volatility, I was watching it as well. And I was seeing that too. So when we combine the volatility going on with Bitcoin, and then we take into consideration what was going on in the market today, I was definitely expecting this when we ended up hitting this high. So as you can see, we ended up getting down here to $7.70. But look, we could see here, even in the earlier parts of the day, this was a support area. So what ended up happening is that we made a move to the upside. But let's take a look at the RSI here. You can see it's like literally right in the middle, right in that 50 range. So when we had this strong move here around 240, you can see we have a support area. So as I open up this chart, let's take a look at this support area right here. You can see around the $8.20 range, $8.22. This is an area that was being respected all the way from 235 and then breaking towards the end of the day around 350. But as you can see what's going on in after hours, let me just widen out the chart a little bit more. We're still riding that support area. So as you can see, the current price is at $8.34, still staying above that 820 area. So again, I'm going to reiterate this, is that as long as Bitcoin is staying in that 50 range, staying above 50 and making moves to the upside and getting back to those highs where it was before, then we're going to see SOS make moves as well. We also got to take into consideration the volume. With volume becomes the increase in price action. So that's another thing to pay attention to. As you can see down here, we had a very, very good volume day. And then after hours, you already know it's a lower amount of volume going in and so forth. So I'm definitely looking forward to see SOS make a move to the upside, do a nice little gap up for tomorrow morning. But we need to really pay attention and see what's happening with Bitcoin. If we end up having a gap down, I definitely do believe that $8 area, and you can see it kind of got tested here, right? You can see like from 350 and then even going into the after hours, it tested this area around 798 and it's made moves all the way back up. So that's definitely showing some strong support there as well. So if we do end up gapping down tomorrow, just saying if we do, then I'm definitely expecting us to be still above at least 790, 795. We hit a low earlier on in the day around 765, but even if we have a gap down, I'm really not seeing that unless, again, Bitcoin comes back down. But if Bitcoin is kind of maintaining where it is right now, or if it ends up moving to the upside, I definitely see us I definitely see us opening up above $8, and to be exact, above around $8.20. All right, I'm saying it right now. I'm definitely seeing us open up above $8.20, taking all things into consideration, market conditions, how Bitcoin's doing, and just seeing what the volume is like. So I also wanted to show you guys very quickly of how the market is actually looking like. So as you can see over here from the Dow, it's down 121.43 points. Like, just look at that chart, like, especially near the end of the day. And we saw that as well when looking at the SOS chart. Also, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. That's down 361.04 points. Again, ending the day off pretty bad. And also the S&P 500 being down 50.57 points. And again, the end of the day dumping off really bad. And even if you take a look here at a lot of the major stocks, a lot of the blue chips you're seeing, it's it's red. We had a big time red day today. But anyone who's been in the Bitcoin plays that we've been covering on the channel, you should be looking real good right now. Things should be looking real nice. So here are my final thoughts. Seeing how Bitcoin did a great job moving and getting into that area of 50, it is great for overall sentiment in regards to the stocks. If you've noticed, a lot of the Bitcoin stocks that you see ended up having good days as well. But the one thing that we need to take into consideration with SOS. This is a stock that just came off a lot of bad publicity as of late. And the fact of the matter is that since the company addressed that issue, and we're also seeing the movement that's going on in cryptocurrency and so forth, this is why we're seeing these moves to the upside, and why, to be honest with you guys, it's not really shocking to me. When you start looking at other types of stocks, yes, they're getting beaten down, but because we're in these particular type of plays, they're not going to move the same way because it's a completely different area, a sector. This is why I always tell you guys, you need to have diversity when it comes to your trades and when it comes to your investments overall in general. All right. And I also want to put in the disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So when you do invest, just know you're doing it at your own risk. We'll talk soon.